Kales, and it's day 5 of Tag Week here on KalesKorner, and today I am bringing you the Booksgiving Feast Tag. It was originally created by Jordan over Jordan's Journals, and I was originally tagged by Jordan over at the Jordan Journals. And so I'm gonna do this tag. I know that it's past Thanksgiving, we're already on the Christmas phase, but I don't care. It's about food and about holiday meals, and so I'm still gonna do it because I still, 1, love this tag, and 2, think that it'll be fun to talk about food. Of course, I'm just gonna get really hungry by the end of this and want to go eat lunch, but whatever. Question number 1. Turkey, a book that left you so emotionally drained by the end of it. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. It left me emotionally drained in the best possible way. I love this book. It's so good. It is so deserving of all of the awards, plus the cover just feels nice. Ugh. Just so good. For those of you who don't know, it's about 2 siblings. It's told from their perspectives, but one 3 years before the time and 3 years after, so when they're like 13 and when they're 16, and something happened in between the middle of that, and it's kind of about the mystery of piecing those things together and rebuilding their relationships and themselves, and it's just, oh, it's so good. Question number 2, Mashed Potatoes. A book with a character that is smooth talking. Arobin from Throne of Glass, because oh my gosh, that guy is so manipulative and just gets inside your head, and you can't tell if he loves Selena or he doesn't, or if he cares for her, he's just looking out for himself, the bastard. I don't know, and it's frustrating, but he's so just at ease with it. So especially in the Assassin's Blade. Yeah. Question number 3, Gravy. Novella that's not necessarily in the series but makes everything better. I'm not gonna pick a novella. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and instead pick a companion that's set in the same world, and I'm gonna go with The Heir by Kiera Cass. Because to me, this one is so much better than The Selection. I've talked about it at length before, especially in my November wrap-up when I finished the darn thing. I love the story of Evelyn so much better than I ever did America. This makes the whole universe Kiera Cass created so much more delicious. Question number 4, Sweet Potato Casserole. A book that you love that gets overshadowed, which is so true about sweet potatoes. I love them so much more than mashed potatoes. But anyway, we're talking about books here, and the book I'm picking for that is Legend by Marie Lu. Guys, where was the hype for this book? Like, why did Divergent get all of the fans when it was basically the same thing as The Hunger Games and not this one? Like, I think it had enough differences. It still has the dystopian teenager trying to take over the government rebellionness, but still, it's different, and the characters are actually well-rounded, and the writing is better, and why didn't this get the hype? Why doesn't it still have enough hype? Is it being turned into a movie? I hope so. Question number 5, Corn. A book that you use in every tag. Yeah, this one's not that hard for me. I gotta go with either Harry Dresden or Harry Potter. My 2 wizard bros. I mention them almost every time, and this tag is no exception. Question number 6 is Green Bean Casserole. A book that didn't look appealing but turned out to be awesome. And I gotta be honest, I'm copping out of this question because I don't read a book if it doesn't look awesome. I have long since learned that I'm not gonna waste my time on books that I don't like. If I don't like it halfway through, I stop reading it. Life is too short to read bad books. Question number 7, Cranberries. Pick a book that you seem to be the only one that likes. And I gotta go with Abundance of Catherine's because everybody raves about all of John Green's other books, and I'm like, guys, has anybody read Abundance of Catherine's? Like, it's the best one, in my opinion. It's actually the first John Green book that I ever read, and then I read Looking for Alaska because those were the only 2 out at the time in like 2008. It was so funny and so witty and so good and just excellent, and all the good things of John Green's writing without killing anyone, and I'm like, why do people not love this one more? Why is it so underrated? It actually won Michael Prince Award. Like, that's the most award-winning out of his books. Like, what? Why don't people pick it up? I seem to be the only person who actually enjoys this one, and I don't know, I really related to Colin with his whole, like, existential crisis of being a child prodigy, not a genius. Oh, I loved it, and I loved how nerdy he was, and oh, I just really like this one, and I feel like it's really underrated. Funnily enough, though, as I'm making this video, one of my friend's dads commented about how he just read this and how he really enjoyed it, so shout out to Mr. Burkett there. No, I'm not alone, it's just we're not very outspoken about this one, I guess. Question number 8, Pumpkin Pie, the sweetest ending to a series. And again, I'm going with my always tagged book, and that is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, because I actually liked the epilogue. I know a lot of people have a lot of criticisms of it, and I do too, in hindsight, but I loved how she tied it together. I really liked the last couple of lines about how his scar never hurt and all was well. It's forever held in our hearts, guys. Like, you can't help but love this ending. Question number 9. Wine. A book that gave you a nasty book hangover. I still can't get over the Red Queen, guys. Like, it took me days to get back into reading after this. I was still thinking of worlds. Like, I tried reading the books and I pictured the castle the same way. I think I read Cinder afterwards, and like, I pictured the castle in here the same way as the castle in there, and I just had such a hard time getting over this one. I really enjoyed it. I sped read it in like 7 hours and just really liked it, and I'm really excited for Glass Sword coming out. Question number 10, Leftovers, a book that you devour over and over again. And I gotta go with the Gallagher Girls series. I'll tell you I love you, but then I have to kill you, because I read this series several times over. It's just fun and happy, and it's kind of absurd about this school for girl spies. All young girls wanted to go to this school who read this book series, and there's 6 of them, and so I grew up with these characters too, kind of like Harry Potter in that way, and I mean, not as impactful, but still meaningful. Last but not least, giving thanks. Tag other people in this video, and I'm tagging Casey over at A Basket Casey Reads, and you. Anybody that wants to do this tag and wants to say that I tagged them, go for it. I know that Thanksgiving's over, but that doesn't mean we have to stop celebrating the holidays and celebrating giving thanks and celebrating good food. I mean, come on now. Books and food, 2 of my favorite things, so I was totally in love with this tag. Leave your favorite holiday dish in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Until next time, bye! A book in the series that a novella that's not necessarily in the series, and if you want to know more about them, go look at the other tag videos. And if you don't know about Harry Potter by now, why are you on BookTube? I'm just kidding, that was rude.